Hey, what's up guys? So we are going to be doing a deck profile for the ZW Utopia deck. Now, we've been testing this deck for a long time now. As you guys know, I've been playing this deck for a while, and I've been making a lot of improvements and modifications to it. I think that this deck actually has some potential to top YCS. I think, against, someone that hasn't played this deck, they won't know what to do at all, and even the highest tier decks. For example, like Elemental Dragons, they can't deal with a Utopia that's, it's got 8,000 attack, and on top of that, you can't target it, and you can't, destroy the ZW cards. It becomes very nasty for a majority of decks to even deal with it, if you can pull it off. I just want this deck to top once, and I will be so happy. But that said, let's get started with the deck profile, then I'll explain my choices as we go through them. So first off, one Black Luster Soldier on the beginning. He's awesome because BLS plus Honest makes the game. You have enough darks, you have enough lights, I think, to make it very viable. Next, I'll play Gores because there's no traps in here. I feel like you don't really need traps. If you want to, you could try Road Decree or Trap Stun, but I just feel like you don't really need them. You can kind of push really hard. Against a lot of the higher tier decks, there's very few back row, and if you just MST one back row, you pretty much have like a blank field that you can just OTK into. Next up, 3 Photon Slayer. He's light. He's pretty self-explanatory. If you XYZ, you special summon him. You go for Lion Arms with him majority of the time. Next up, I'm playing 2 Tornado Bringer and 2 Lightning Blades. Now, after so much playtesting, I've realized if you open up one of these, you just want one in your hand, then because you can always search the other, you want to equip both of them, and then pretty much, even if you don't OTK your opponent, they basically lose. Like, there's nothing they can do against your ZW cards. If you equip both of them, they can't target your Utopia, and they can't destroy your ZW cards. It becomes very nasty, because they also can't target Utopia with anything. It's just a lose-lose situation for your opponent. So if you have one of these, you search out the other, and you're really good to go. I don't think it's necessary to play 3 and 3. I think 2 and 2 is optimal. Next, 3 Solar Windjammer. I wish I drew this card more often. This card is so good. It opens up so many plays. Basically, it's like a Cyber Dragon. A lot of you guys mentioned in the previous video, why don't you run Cyber Dragon? Well, there's multiple reasons. First off, the main reason is because you can special summon this card, and your opponent does not have to control a monster. Even though, technically, Cyber Dragon, if you're playing against machines, is a fantastic card with the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. But the thing is, I think Solar Windjammer is much more important. If you can throw out a first turn Lion Arms, and you get the effect of Lion Arms twice, you really are geared up to OTK pretty much in the next couple turns. Next up, I play 2 Star Drawing. His name is not Astro Drawing, because a few guys asked me, I can't find this card. It's actually Star Drawing over here. Oh, I wish I could mouse over it. But this, I think it's the OCG translation translates to Astro Drawing, but it actually is Star Drawing. It's a common card. But I dropped it down to 2. I really love this card. However, it doesn't really have the ability to like special summon. I mean, yeah, you have the ability, Kage Tokage, and then you can special summon the Kage Tokage after Astro Drawing. But Astro Drawing, it doesn't special summon another monster. It has like really no synergy other than like it summons itself. Like it can be normal summon, unlike the Kage Tokage, which you can't normal summon. But this card, it's a really good card though. I love the draw ability. It makes it so like if you're going for a first turn, I don't know what you want to make, but you go for something first turn, it doesn't really make you go minus, because you're technically if you go normal special, you end up going -1. Unless you're getting a +1 with this card. Next up, for the wind-ups, we just play 3 Shark and then 1 Magician. It's so good. Opening up Shark Magician is so good, as you can see from the last video. I actually haven't been uploading any other videos because a lot of people have been quitting when I've been going Shark Monk, and I understand why. It's pretty much game at that point if they don't have Baylor Max C or, I don't know, Karibo to like protect themselves from getting like 1-hit OTK'd. Yeah, Shark Monk is so good. Well, you also have to have a spell, but it's pretty easy to have a spell, because considering I play 10. But yeah, Wind Up Shark is so insanely good in the deck, and you guys can tell it's a really simple combo too. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll put a link down below in the description box, and you guys can check it out. It's really simple, because I don't really want to explain the combos, make the video 20 minutes long. But next up, Wind Up Magician is pretty self-explanatory. You go Monk into Magician, and then you special summon the Shark in your hand, then you go off from there. Next up, I play 1 Gaga Magician. The only reason why I kind of play him is because he is dark, and he is a target for Mystic Tomato. Plus, I want to play Allure of Darkness, so, I wanted more dark targets. But he's just an okay card. He can be level 4 or 5, so that definitely does help. Well, he technically can become any level 1 through 8, but generally use him through 1 through 4 anyways. But he's just another target with Mystic Tomato. And the new addition that I'm putting in is Mystic Tomato. You don't really have a good first turn in this deck, other than, go for like a ZW. You can't FTK your opponent if you are going first. You can FTK if you're going second. A lot of you guys mentioned that since I was going second, that's not an FTK. Actually, if you go to the Wiki page, it actually states that an FTK is like an OTK. It's your first turn. So if you technically go first, you can't FTK, but if you go second, it's still your first turn, so it's still an FTK. So, you know, this tomato just helps you open up with those OTKs because, you know, like I said, I made it more oriented around Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk is so insanely... He's too good. Like, he makes his deck so much faster, and he's amazing. This card is really, like, one of the, cards of the format. But, yeah, Mystic Tomato just helps get him out. Plus, you can get Kage to Kage. He's just another target, but I figured I'll throw a Gaga Magician there just in case I need level 5. I drop one of these star drawings for the Gaga Magician. Next up, I play 3 Veiler just to help out with a light count. Plus, Veiler is good because there are times where your opponent is in a bad situation. They'll go for a Black Rose, and a Black Rose can still blow up the field, and sometimes if you have like Lion Arms, you don't really want Lion Arms to die, so you can Veiler. It helps out because a lot of decks don't like to deal with a 3000 attack monster first turn, and this deck can throw it out pretty easy, I would say. So Veiler just helps out with that. And then for the spells, 1 Love of Darkness, there's enough darks, 3 Instant Fusion, 1 Heavy, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Reborn, and triple Space Typhoon. And these are alternate cards that you could play. A lot of you guys mentioned some of these, and I thought about it, but it just didn't have enough synergy with the deck. I tried out Sacred Crane before, and I just took out one of these recently, but it definitely plays much better without it, and I like the Gaga Magician. It's another target for Mr. Tomato. But Sacred Crane also is not a bad card. I wish it was 1500 because it would combo so well with this card, which was an insanely good idea. However, there are multiple problems with Infernal Reckless Summon. First off, you cannot control more than 1 Solar Windjammer. Second off, you can't control more than 1 Gaga Magician. And, what is this? What else is there? Oh, I was playing 10 Goldfish earlier, and that's why I was doing Infernal Reckless Summon. It opens up gritty plays, but it kind of makes the deck less consistent. And there are times where, like, you can't get out a lot of the cards that I want to get out with this, because I'd love to get out Star Drawing, but Star Drawing happens to have 1600. One time I wish Monster had lower attack, right? But if Star Drawing was a target, oh man, you'd be like, A-okay. And your opponent also has to control a monster, and if they're going to special summon more things, they might put them in defense mode, and then you can't, you know, OTK them. If they special summon in attack mode, then yeah, you can probably OTK them anyways. But yeah, this card can be fantastic if you can pull it off. It's pretty amazing. Next up, I took out the Utopia Ray 5, or V, however you want to call them, because I don't play this card, and I'm not going to go for 3 level 5 monsters to make it. But it is awesome. If you want to play rank up, what is it, Barbarians? No, Barbarian's Force? I thought it was Barbarian. Diablo 2, right? But anyways, this card can be cool. I want to make a build that does this, though. I'm not going to leave this deck alone. I want to do more modifications to this deck. But this is a card that I want to test out, you know, in the future. Also, Night Beam, I ended up cutting it because there's so many meta decks out there right now that just don't have the back row, and Space Typhoon is much better than Night Beam, I feel like, because, you know, you can chain this to Abyss Sphere and be like, no monsters for you. And there's also this card. It's actually not that bad. If you guys haven't seen this card, it's kind of random. At first it was like Assault Armor, but you equip it to Utopia, and it gains 300 attack, but you can use it for that. During your main phase 1, you can send this equip card to the graveyard. The equipped monster can attack twice. So, hey, that can open up some easy OTKs. Keep in mind, your opponent does have to have 2 monsters to essentially get the effect of Lion Arms, because a lot of guys messaged me when I was dueling, I wasn't doing the effect, but I can't. Okay, so the effect of Lion Arms that you guys were mentioning is over here. I wish I could highlight it, but I could put my mouse over it. Hold on. Let's move it over here. Okay, so you can send this equip card to the graveyard. The monster that equipped with this card can make a second attack on an opponent's monster. So if they don't have another monster, you can't activate Lion's Arms effect to attack again directly, basically. But this card will allow you to do that. So if you want to do that, there's also this other card that you guys mentioned. It's Double or Nothing. This is a quick play, so when a monster attack is negated, meaning you can negate your own Utopia's attack, target that monster during the battle phase, it can attack again, and if it does, its attack is doubled during the damage step only. So that's pretty good. You can get up Utopia to, I don't know, 16,000. You can also get it up to 24,000. If you drop an Honest, yeah, you're looking at like too much damage to the point where even if you're doing tag duels, it's a one-hit you know, thing. Pretty awesome stuff there. But yeah, this is the awesome deck, and I really want it to top, guys. So if you're looking to play something competitive. I think this deck has some potential, guys. It really does. If any of you guys have played it, it honestly has some potential, because a lot of players just don't know what to play against it. Once it tops, though, obviously they'll understand it. But if you take this to a, you know, YCS, man, if you win with this deck, people will think you are so awesome, because if you top with something like Elemental Dragons, they'll be like, oh, this is E-Dragons, no biggie. But if you top with something cool like this, you will be known for it, and then it'll be very awesome. Oh, as far as the extra deck, there actually are 2 new additions. I forgot. Before we end off the video, gotta mention these 2 new exceeds that we're playing. We're playing Shark Fortress, so the off chance that you know, you want to have Utopia attack twice anyways, Shark Fortress will allow you to do so. And also, Constellar Pleiades, that's an okay card as well. You can also put, what is that, Gaia Charger. I didn't really feel it was necessary, but enough chance that, you know, you have the room, you want to do so, by all means you can definitely do it. You can drop a Flame Swordsman. I'd probably say that if you really want to play it, you can definitely drop it. But there are some times where I need 2 level 5s, and I also, you know, I want a level 4. Keep in mind, it's always good to put the Carbonala Warrior, because he's a warrior. It allows you to go for Blade Armor Ninja if you want to get over like 2 Dracosac tokens, and then maybe attack over Dracosac with a Utopia that has something equipped. Just something to keep in mind as well. But anyways, if you guys have any suggestions for this deck, I'm still looking to improve this. Let's make this deck happen. Let's make this deck top 1 YCS. Just because, you know, it's Zexio weapons, it's awesome. But anyways, have a great day. Asian Eyes signing out.